2013 is when I was I was in the Forbes 30 under 30, and they asked everyone on it for a quote for the print edition. And it was, the theme was, what is your advice to other young founders? And my quote was, buy more Bitcoin. But I've actually been involved in Bitcoin since before there were any exchanges. I was a true OG on the bitcointalk.org forums. There were no exchanges. You could only do direct transactions for goods. I actually sold a banner ad on my game console modification forum. It was a 1 week banner ad on this forum with almost no traffic, and I sold it for 400 Bitcoin. And then I ended up buying someone's Samsung Galaxy Vibrant, which was the T-Mobile variant of the first Galaxy phone, for 800 Bitcoin, I believe, which at the time was well under $1 per Bitcoin.
Right.
So I've actually been in
16 million
the
today,
very early days. So I mean, I think I got into Bitcoin. It would have been mid to late 2010, and I was really fascinated because I mean, look, I'm a guy who was into virtual reality and the metaverse. This is just adjacent to that. It's another super cool, cyberpunk concept. The idea of, untraceable internet currency that is based on only the consensus of all of the cyberpunks who are using it, cryptographically verified and secured, with no nation state controlling it or issuing it or diluting it or manipulating. Like what a cool thing when you're an anti-authority teenager who loves cyberpunk science fiction. And so that it was I bought into the very original cool vision, not the, this is going to be huge for everybody one, but like this is cyberpunk incarnate. I have to be a part of this. And when I started, my initial thinking was not that it was a good store of value. That's actually been, I think, the most contentious thing about crypto is after it started skyrocketing. I didn't buy it because I was speculating. Nobody was even thinking about that back then. Like it's crazy to me to watch all these new crypto kids get in, and it seems like it's all about just having coins, pumping the value, dumping them. It's really just this financial markets play that I've never believed in. Because I always believe in investing in the whole market. But to me, it was always value as a means of moving wealth around. It's not as a store for years or decades. It's a way that you can move wealth around without being beholden to any centralized authority or centralized power. And I think today, like even for all the issues Bitcoin has and people, putting it down because of it crashing. Well, first of all, every time there's a Bitcoin crash, it's like, oh no, it's crashed to only 10x what it was 2 years ago. Every single time, every crash is like that. But more importantly, it's still a good way to move value around. And that said, my prediction in 2013 was that Bitcoin will go to about $100,000 and then stabilize. I'm sticking with it. I think it'll get there. I'm not sure that it in particular has the appropriate utility to reach a higher store of value.
And wow, okay, amazing. And then did you?
Oh, by the way, I have to throw out there, I'm one of those guys who lost a bunch of coins in the Mount Gox hack. Oh man, I got goxed good. And it was one of those things where there was no, like, looking back, everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe that you would have. And I had most of my coins in my own wallet, but I had a significant amount on Gox because people were transferring coins to my Gox account. And now everyone's like, oh my God, of course you would never keep your coins in an exchange. But like, I was 16 years old and like, there was no like idiot's guide to Bitcoin back then. It was the type of thing you only used if you were a crazy internet nutter.